Hello, OGR friends and community. Thanks for joining me again for Mindfulness Monday. I'm so happy you're here, and I love sharing these messages with you. And hopefully you grab a little nugget out of it and find something that might be useful for you. A little something for the week. So thanks for coming back. Today I wanted to talk to you about things that we can do. This is starting to feel a little bit heavy on a lot of people, and a lot of us campers are doing our schoolwork, and we're following our daily schedules, and we're getting outside and we're doing things for ourselves. But we're also hearing a lot about how hard it is for some people who are struggling in the medical professions with the work that they have to do, some people who are struggling with the work that they do in grocery stores and in little box stores like Walgreens and CVS, and just staying open for us, and how exhausting and sometimes kind of scary that is. Some people are struggling just following the quarantine, staying in their house, running out of things to do, feeling a little cramped, maybe feeling a little lonely and a little bit isolated. And I know that one of the things that our Omaha Girls Rock campers are fantastic at is using their voice. And we talk about using your voice all the time and how powerful your voice is, how unique your voice is, and how your voice can affect a lot of change in the community. Sometimes I think we get stuck when we want to do something and help out, because sometimes planning that task, if it doesn't seem big enough, if it doesn't seem like it will affect a lot of people, if it doesn't seem like something that would like make the news or something, we think it might not be helpful enough. It's just a tiny little ripple. It's not really that noticeable. It doesn't really affect people that positively throughout their day. And I want to remind you that that is not the case. Your voices are incredibly powerful, whether they affect and move 20 people or 200 or one. You know yourself how great you feel when someone does something for you or gives you a great message about how they notice how hard you're working. And sometimes that's just enough to get you through the day. And so today, what I want to talk to you about is something that I'm calling community small. So it's things that you can do just from where you are that are small, that don't take a whole lot of prep, that don't take a whole lot of manpower, but that really could make someone, one person, a few people, stop and say, oh my gosh. And their day's a little different, and it would be because of you. So I want to give you a few things that you can do, because I think some people are feeling a little stagnant and wanting to mobilize and move, and that's just the type of people that you are. And so I want to give you some things that you could do maybe this week as Omaha Girls Rock rolls into some ideas that might be a little bigger that we could do for the whole community. So today, community small. So one of the things, I made a little list. I'm a teacher, you know. I made a little list of some things that you can do. So one of the things is something called kindness rocks. And we've actually done these at camp before, but it might be something that you can just do at home. You just walk around your house, your neighborhood, your yard, find yourself a rock, grab yourself some paint, some tempera paint, anything that you have there around the house in your craft boxes. Go ahead and paint up your little rock. And this one just says, you're doing great. This is something that you could leave in someone's mailbox. This is something that you could leave around the yard, maybe just on the sidewalk as people are taking their walks, just to grab and go, or just to leave and look and think, dang it, I'm doing great. I'm trying really hard, and you've noticed I'm doing great. You can say you're capable. You can say, thank goodness for you. Anything that you think might be a little inspirational, you rock. That's a good one too. But this would be a really good example of like a kindness rock that you could do, a fun project, and you can leave it around in your neighborhood. I would also caution though that anytime, if you're thinking about leaving it on people's doorsteps and things like that, that you notify your parents, that you have parent permission, or maybe even have parents watching you go to doorsteps or going with you, just personal safety. My suggestion is to leave them around the neighborhood. But if you have another suggestion that works for you, please just make sure that you have parental permission and maybe even parents with you. Just safety. Okay, the other thing that I have, you may have already seen this. I've seen this a lot online, but I have decorating your sidewalks. Let me scoot back. Decorating your sidewalks. I've seen a lot of young people out with chalk, and on each block of the sidewalk, they either do their own art, or again, write these same kind of messages. And there's so many walkers out. Did you know there were that many dogs in your neighborhood? Because I did not. And everyone's out walking. They're walking with families. They're exercising and running. They're walking their dogs. And how cool to look down and think, yeah, I'm doing my best. I am good enough. Wow. That's amazing. You can do the same thing with signs for your yard. I know my kids made a sign, just, again, whatever you have. Big piece of paper, cardboard. You can paint it, you can draw on it, you can color on it, markers, Sharpies, anything. Put some duct tape on a stick and just stick it right into your yard. Ours says that, now I have to think, we're rooting for all of us, is what ours says. So just something nice to see for the day. What else do I have? Oh, this seems like it wouldn't be quite as helpful, but I have picking up trash. I know that because people are home, a lot more often we're creating more trash. Just because we're here, and usually during the day we're gone and throwing our trash away in different places, but we're here and we're home, and I know we are creating a lot more trash. If you see it around your neighborhood, blown through your yard, grab it. It certainly makes it easier for someone whose job it is to clean that up. And also just makes the neighborhood nicer as people are out walking through it. Obviously, helping out at home is a big one, and anything that you can do during the day that is helpful. You certainly do not have to spend all day running around doing things, but I know that when I get ready to start dinner and I notice that someone has already emptied the dishwasher, I feel appreciated and I feel valued. I feel like someone notices the work that I do, and it makes me feel great, and it makes me want to do more. It makes me not so exhausted, makes me available to do more. So hopefully some of these tips spark an idea in you. Maybe you want to try one, or maybe it gave you a whole new idea. I know that our rockers are incredibly creative, so maybe you came up with something. We would love to see pictures or videos or anything that you decided to try. And I also have a video that's going to be linked on Omaha Girls Rocks page. If you click on Mindfulness Monday, there will be a link, and it's a link about 6 young people who have used their own voice and who have affected a lot of change in their community. So hopefully what this might do is snowball as we come into the next few weeks into something a little bit bigger. I have ideas. I have ideas. I have a lot of ideas for some things that are still small enough that can be done without a whole lot of additional community contact, because we can't do that right now. So things that you absolutely can do around the house that might then affect a few more people. So hopefully you give it a try, and you work within your community small this week, and let us know how it goes. But thanks for hanging out with me, and I would love to see you next week. Bye.